this Friday, 3rd of March. The issue of Mukesh and Laura Valabji's bank accounts was before two different judges this morning. Firstly, the Anti-Corruption Commission's lawyer informed Chief Justice Govindan that he has received notices from the couple seeking permission to access funds in DBS bank account in Singapore. The Chief Justice had already revoked restrictions imposed on the account. He gave the Commission until Tuesday to file documents concerning the notices so that he can give a decision the following Friday. Secondly, Judge Melchior Vidot has declared as unlawful and ultra vires ACCS's actions in respect of written notices issued to three banks restricting all dealings in respect of Laura Valabji's clients' accounts. Amongst her arguments, Mrs. Valabji stressed that there were no charges against her and that it's her client's money, not her own. ACCS's commissioner says the Commission will appeal against the judgment.
Naturally, we respect, ACCS respects the decision of the court and its judgments, but on this occasion, we do not agree with the judgment to lift the restrictions on Mrs. Valabji's client account. And we would like to protect our restriction orders, Section 60, where ACCS has the power to restrict accounts irrespective of whether the client's account or anybody's account when they are under investigation.
There has been an improvement in the results of students who sat for P6 national exams, IGCSE and French examination DELF, who scored C's and above, although the ministry reported that the overall academic performance is below target in some subjects. The A-level final exam results are satisfactory, with a 100% pass in 8 out of 10 subjects, compared to the previous year, when a 100% pass was recorded in only 3 subjects. Summaries of the 2022 exam results were presented today in a press conference at the Education Headquarters. The Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, also shared the Ministry's new strategic measures that are being implemented with the aim of bringing future results closer to target.
We will be satisfied. I will be satisfied when we can say that all students have achieved grade C or better, 100% grade C or better in their examinations. But we are very, very far from this ideal situation. But what we are doing actually to help improve the situation is that we have decided to attack this issue of assessment of learning rather systematically. And we believe that regardless what we do, we have to use a system-wide approach to improving student performances. For instance, we have appointed the attainment team in all schools to actually look at performance, track and monitor students' performance right from the start of schooling.
Over 80 high-level government officials, including principal secretaries, CEOs, amongst others, are set to attend a series of workshops being held by the Attorney General's office. The aim of this workshop is to serve as a refresher and training for these officials in line to have better working relationships between the AG's office and other government bodies. There shall be 5 training sessions to be done on a fortnightly basis. The AG's office has partnered with the Public Service Bureau for the trainings.
The basic principle is to try and make sure that decision making is improved, that the credibility of government through those decisions is improved, and that therefore fairness and the rule of law is upheld in the way in which government and public body decision making is taken.
Should we take it that there's a lack in the legal aspect of these bodies?
No, I don't think so at all. I think a lot of the training that we're trying to do is how to work better with the Attorney General's office, how to ensure that government bodies and ministries come to us at an earlier stage to make sure that we can help to mould government policy, to give them risk advice through the process of decision making. But the fact that we're trying to ensure that these principles are enshrined through the decision making process doesn't demonstrate that they're not there. It just demonstrates that there is always improvement that can be made, and that's the purpose of training and upskilling of staff, whether in the public sector or the private sector.
The Office of the President has today announced the appointment of the board of the Home Care Agency. The agency has been set up under the Home Care Agency Act 2022, which came into effect on the 1st of January. The aim of the agency is to ensure sustainable, professionalized home care services, and its main functions will include the management of the home care scheme, monitoring of the level of care provided, and provision of training for home caregivers. The board's role is to support and oversee the management of the affairs of the agency, as well as make recommendations on guidelines and policies in line with government's strategic vision. Marceline Malbrook has been appointed as chairperson of the board, and Brian Julie as a vice chairperson. The other board members are Georgie Nisset, Linda Morel, and Nuela Venda. Father Daniel Calais is the CEO of the agency. The board has been appointed for a 3-year period, effective from the 1st of March. The Healthcare Agency has received a donation of 2 fridges and 3 portable ultra-cold freezers, which will be used in the country's vaccine program. The 2 freezers were donated by the WHO and will be used to store various vaccines. The 3 portable freezers, which were donated by the Red Cross, will be used to transport vaccines to Praslin and La Digue and other health centres around Mahé. The CEO of the Healthcare Agency, Dr. Danny Louange, received the donations.
The government of Seychelles has invested a lot in immunization of our children, and especially it has clearly shown during COVID, where the campaign that we did for the COVID vaccination, and we were amongst the first to vaccinate our populations against COVID. So this shows the commitment of our government. It shows also the commitment of our staff to ensure that immunization is key. And our coverage rate is amongst the highest in the world. We are now currently providing 13 antigens to our children. And it continues to grow. And with the growing of this service, it is also important for us to ensure that it is efficiently reach the people. For the vaccine to remain viable as we immunize the community, it is important that we have the proper cold chain. And we are so grateful that we have very loyal partners, the WHO, we have the Red Cross, to assist us in ensuring that the delivery of vaccination, delivery of our immunization program remains high.
The National Association for the Disabled received 60 new wheelchairs for children aged 0 to 10 years old. This was through a donation. The Rotary Club of Victoria officially handed the wheelchairs to the association during a ceremony at the School for the Exceptional Child this morning. The chairperson of the association, Jordan Ernesta, said that the wheelchairs will be given to children on Mahé, Praslin and La Digue needing such support. The Ministry of Health and the School for the Exceptional Child also received 5 wheelchairs each. The president of Rotary Club of Victoria, Vijay Vairasamy, said that they worked with a company in Australia to get the wheelchairs.
There is a voluntary organization called Wheelchair for Kids in Australia. They do, and they financially they help. And to bring the part here, so we join with the Masons Travel as well as Sandalton. Our past presidents and our community directors used to work very hard to bring these chairs here. Now we got about 60 wheelchairs. We are very happy to see these wheelchairs here. Along with we have some used mobility equipments for the Stoke Foundation.
And with this we end this news summary. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole.